Hi everybody, my name is Carly. I am from Buffalo, New York. I'm making this video because I wanted to expose and tell my story about what had happened at the Clear Sky ibogaine clinic in Cancun, Mexico. Now I know these videos can be long, so if anybody just is thinking about going, my words of advice are do not. There was a lot of I'm going to start with a few of the basics and then get more detailed into it throughout the video. Primarily, first thing, there's false advertisement on the website. You are promised a test dose of the ibogaine to see how your body responds to it. I had never received one. They also report that you will not be experiencing any withdrawals from your drug of choice. Mine was heroin. I was an IV heroin user, really at the end of my straw. Trying to get clean. If you don't know what ibogaine is, it is a psychedelic or hallucinogenic drug similar to ayahuasca that is supposedly resetting your receptors in your brain and making you feel basically like you did before you started using drugs. There is a period of time where there is hallucination, blah, 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 and a lot of people feel a spiritual awakening. I didn't. What actually happened to me is my heart fibrillated and stopped. I actually died at the Clear Sky ibogaine clinic. This experience was terrifying. I remember coming to in an ambulance. I think they were taking out my belly button ring to use a defibrillator on my heart to try to get me, more lucid or whatever. A lot of it is just blacked out. Another key point that I think a lot of people need to hear is a staff member was extremely inappropriate with me. If you'd like to message me or contact me personally, I will be leaving my information here. It was a nighttime nurse. I reported what had happened to Dr. Sola, the owner of the clinic, to several nurses. Dr. Sola told me, okay, I'll look into it. And other staff members told me that other people have been fired for worse. So they did not care. There was no help with me maybe trying to talk to a member of law enforcement there, a police officer, or anything really of that nature. Everybody that I was there with at the time was unhappy with their treatment. They claimed to have an 85% success rate of not returning to problematic drug use. When I came home, I relapsed. Everyone I stayed in touch with relapsed and is either using or back on Suboxone. And I am a waitress. My parents are divorced. This was an $8,000 treatment plus airfare. They offered me no money back, no reimbursement at all, even after asking them, telling them basically that the drug they gave me stopped my heart. They did not care. They care about money. They do not care about their patients. This is my opinion. Someone else may have had a great experience there, and I understand that. But if you are thinking about going to Clear Sky to receive ibogaine treatment, do not go. There are other places that have much better reviews. I believe there is one in Thailand. I would just do some research. Clear Sky is notorious for taking down videos like these ones. So what you see is, rainbows and butterflies. But in reality, it was a terrifying experience. I actually died. And I had to pay for it. I paid for my own death. I did not just have $8,000 laying around. My family worked really, really hard for that, and it was flushed down the toilet. I relapsed hours after I came home. I'm currently back on Suboxone and trying to do it that way. It's difficult. It's not easy. I'm trying to see if I needed to make any more points besides the false advertisement, withdrawals, inappropriate staff interactions. I mean, everything that really could go wrong there did go wrong there. It was just a terrible experience. There was constant yelling with the doctors. The trip, my ibogaine trip was random, unmeaningful, and I'm not going to speak on exactly what happened with some of the people I was there with, because that's their business, not mine. They had very, very similar experiences to me. Nobody else's heart stopped, but other people also suffered withdrawals after the ibogaine. Mine were extremely uncomfortable, and the staff did not seem to care. We were just money to them. Unfortunately, that left me and my family with mostly my family, big holes in our pockets. And the best advice I can give someone is to look into other clinics. I've heard this drug can do really amazing things, but Clear Sky in Cancun gets 2 thumbs down. I mean, ugh. You couldn't pay me to go back there. If anybody would like more information on some of what had happened with the staff, I would be more than happy to connect with you, or even tell you more about my experience, or give you some advice as to what you could do if you're struggling with an addiction of your own. My email is carlycat611@icloud.com. I'm going to write that down for you. Now, I've never made a blog or anything like that, so I'm sorry if this seems unprofessional in any way, shape, or form. But again, I want to reiterate, stay away from this place. It is not where you want to go. If you really want to get clean, find somewhere else. Pay the extra money if you need to. This place was terrible with a capital T, and I wouldn't wish the experience they had upon my worst enemy. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to put my information along with this video. So if you want, you can get a hold of me, talk to me personally, anything like that. I am, sorry that you're watching this video, because it obviously means that you struggle with addiction too. It does get better. Recovery is possible. Everybody gets clean in a different way. But sometimes if things sound too good to be true, then they are too good to be true. Get through today, get through this hour, get through tonight. If you're looking at options like ibogaine, don't go to Clear Sky. Find somewhere else. Dr. Sola's record is poor, and from what I've heard, he's done a lot of work to maintain it so it does not look the way that it actually is. I wish you all a blessed night. Be safe. I hope you learned something. Have a great night.